say their trip turned into a nightmare when a group of teens attacked them.
Amanda Roberts spoke to one of the tourists. She joins us now with the story.
This is why I train in martial arts.
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying?
Some of you probably think that I'm going to make this video in order to defend the people who beat up a guy that was trying to stop them from harassing a homeless woman. No, I don't think they should have beat him up because he told them to stop harassing a homeless woman. First, I'm going to play some excerpts of some clips that I got. Most of these I saw on Colin Flaherty's channel. I'm just going to play the highlights instead of just blatantly taking his montage and putting it here. And maybe interspersed through that and after, I'm going to give my thoughts.
Gabrielle Lee says she and her friends were enjoying their time Saturday at the Chewbacca's parade and around town when a group of teenagers attacked them, putting her longtime boyfriend, Mark Whitaker Allen, in the hospital. They've all returned home to Colorado now, and Allen is recovering from facial and brain injuries after he sustained after the fight. Lee says it all started because some teens were harassing a homeless woman when one of their friends stepped in to stop the verbal attacks. And that's when, she says, things escalated. More teens poured out of a nearby party bus surrounding the group near St. Charles and Canal Street. She says Allen tried to pull his friends away from the teens to de-escalate the situation when he was punched in the side of the head, falling to the ground unconscious.
Well, my first main and obvious thought is, if you're going to be jumping in there and correcting strangers, do you have any martial arts training whatsoever? Because if you don't, I don't know why you think you may be able to go toe-to-toe with a mob of people. Second of all, one trick that I use whenever I'm going to go talk to some kids, I say, hey, man, what's going on? But asking what's going on instead of just coming right at them and going, you shouldn't do this, it gives them a chance to explain themselves. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever experienced this, but you know, sometimes homeless people attack you. Sometimes homeless people do things that are extremely offensive. And do you know why? Because they're people too. If he had asked what was going on instead of automatically trying to come to the defense of the homeless person and being perceived as being disrespectful, and again, being perceived as disrespectful, I don't condone what they did, okay? But we're talking about people who have a completely different mindset than a lot of others. Maybe there was a reason why they were angry and yelling and cursing at the homeless woman. Maybe she said or did something that was extremely disrespectful towards other people. And honestly, the only reason why I know that homeless people can attack is because I've been attacked by a homeless person before. Actually, technically twice. The first one I avoided, no, 3 times that I can think of. The first one I avoided and literally only got a light scratch when he tried to grab me. The second one I had to intimidate into backing off. I almost got arrested, but when the cops saw that I was protecting an infant, oh, that look that came on that cop's face. I didn't know that a human being could arrest somebody that fast, but they did. They put that man down. I mean, it was like I blinked and he was on the ground in handcuffs. It was amazing. And the third one, I think the homeless guy was going to stab me because when I gave him money, I felt a shift in the body like he was reaching for something. His hand was in his pocket. So I just moved back really quick. So, you know, yeah, homeless people sometimes are violent. Maybe they were yelling at the homeless lady because she did something violent or she did something that was really offensive and disgusting. So when you go at a group of people who are engaged in doing something wrong, let's just take the tack that they were doing something wrong, yelling at them and telling them not to do whatever they're doing, when you don't know them and you don't have any authority over them, that guy was not a police officer and he didn't know them. So therefore, there was nothing that he could do that they will recognize. So he also may have gotten beaten up because of what someone else was doing as well. Let me tell you something. This sounds cold. This isn't even my advice. This is not even my nature. And this is not what I'm normally inclined to do, but I've had to come to this conclusion on my own just out of survival. Hey, if your friend gets themselves into something stupid and you can't talk him or her out of it, leave them. Leave them. Because they're going to die or end up with stitches and holes in their face and mouth, and so are you.
Teeth and blood were all over my hands.
If you really want to do something and you really feel like it's an emergency and you really feel like that there's something that needs to be done, pick up one of these and call the law. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people like to talk about the martial arts. Be careful with mobs, and peace.